All right. Let's see if we can do this right tonight. Well, thanks for joining me if you are. I wanted to see if my brother wanted to play tonight, but he's still a sports ball fan, so I'll let him be. I'm pretty certain the answer is no, and honestly, don't blame him. I did tell him to text me if he was going to be available, but doesn't look like that's the case. Anyway, so yesterday we left off, completed that wonderful little ritual over there. Where's my, it's my hunger, not hungry. What did I gained like some beef stew, which is really good, and some flour. Okay. Ooh, rabbit. Harvest the rabbit. Harvest the pheasant. Can't use this though for cooking. It's just a pot to search in. Okay. So the thing is, the way this part works. So I have to basically get to, well, it's getting late. I might actually have to go and sleep. Hello, Bleak Falls Barrow. So you can like go down, but you can't like go back up. It's like weird like that, right? It's one of those spots. That's why I had to go around. I wanted to come up this way, but it was like, nope. You have to go around. Like you can't go back up this way. Like, yeah. Oh. So there's a quick and dirty method to this. Where is it? Let's become ethereal. Right. I'm going to save right here, because... Whoa! All right. Now we just wait for the ethereal state to wear off. I think I'll load up slow time. Yeah, completely warm now. Now the question, so I need to get, so this one's in a weird spot. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my night at my lakeside manor and then take the carriage in the morning. Alright. Where is it? Horse call. I don't have a horse pocket, but I have a horn. Let's do slow time again. And let's get this, like, Oh, I'm back to Dread Zombie. Interesting. Let me just switch it out to Spellbreaker. Yeah, that's right. Alright, I'll just let myself naturally heal. Vigilant of Stendar. You sure you want to be doing this, man? Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Let's see. So I have to go up and around and then over. Lakeview Manor is not far. There's a bunch of bandits up there I'm not going to bother with. We'll just come back. All right. Bears. Can I avoid the bears? I just don't want to deal with them right now.
Give up while you still can.
Oh, am I dealing with elk now? Come on. Go away. I just enraged every animal. I'll let the Stormatcher not kill it. Alright. You know you're living near my house, right?
You don't have a chance.
Oh, you want to do lightning? Okay.
Look at that.
Okay. Don't really need a skull, but whatever. Look, I just want to get to my homestead, for Pete's sake. Okay. Glad you could make it, sir. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Let's ride. Is there a duck nearby? Yep, there it is. Cute. It's either a duck or a goose. Don't care which right now.
Last mistake. Hardly a challenge for a man like me.
There are wolves up here. Alright. This is wildly annoying.
I'll try and make
Anyone else? Any more animals or necromancers want to mess with me? Oh crap, dude. Jeez, you leave this homestead alone for a few days? I think my steward's dead, so I'm gonna need a new one. Might have to ask around certain towns, see if there's people willing to take the job. Alright, let's go check the basement. There's probably rats in the basement. Nope. I don't have my broom on me, so... Let's do this broom. I think I got all my shrines. Alright. Okay. Be a little more civilized about my food tonight, instead of eating it like a friggin' animal. The great sage was a tall, untidy man, bearded but bald. His library resembled him. All the books had been moved over the years to the bottom shelves where they gathered in dusty conglomerations. He used several of the books in his current lecture, explaining to the students Taxim and Volkeldak, how the Mages Guild had first been founded by Vanus Galerian. They had many questions about Galerian's beginnings in the Sigic Order, and how the study of magic there differed from the Mages Guild. It was and is a very structured way of life, explained the great sage. Quite elitist, actually. That was the aspect of it Galerian most objected to. He wanted the study of magic to be free. Well, not free exactly, but at least available to all who could afford it. In doing that, he changed the course of life in Tamriel. He codified the practices and rituals used by all modern potion makers, item makers, and spell makers, didn't he, great sage? Asked Vongeldak. That was only part of it. Magic as we know it today comes from Vanus Galerian. He restructured the schools to be understandable by the masses. He invented the tools of alchemy and enchanting so everyone could concoct whatever they wanted, whatever their skills and purse would allow them to, without fears of magical backfire. Well, eventually he created that. What do you mean, great sage? Asked Taxim. The first tools were more automated than the ones we have today. Any layman could use them without the least understanding of enchantment and alchemy. On the Isle of Artanium, the students had to learn the skills laboriously and over many years, but Galerian decided that was another example of the Sigic's elitism. The tools he invented were more like robotic master enchanters and alchemists, capable of creating anything the customer required, provided he could pay. So someone could, for example, create a sword that would cleave the world in twain, asked Volkeldak. I suppose in theory, but it would probably take all the gold in the world, chuckled the great sage. No, I can't say we were ever in very great danger, but that isn't to say that there weren't a few unfortunate incidents where an unschooled yokel invented something beyond his ken. Eventually, of course, Galerian tore apart his old tools and created what we use today. It's a little elitist, requiring that people know what they're doing before they do it, but remarkably practical. What did people invent? Asked Taxim. Are there any stories? You're trying to distract me so I don't test you, said the great sage, but I suppose I can tell you one story, just to illustrate a point. This particular tale takes place in the city of Alinor on the west coast of Somerset Isle, and concerns a scribe named Tharbad. This was in the Second Era, not long after Vanus Galerian had first founded the Mages Guild, and chapter houses had sprung up all over Somerset, though not yet spread to the mainland of Tamriel. For 5 years, this scribe Tharbad had conducted all his correspondence to the outside world by way of his messenger boy Gorgos. For the first year of his adoption of the hermit life, his few remaining friends and family of his dead wife, truth be told, had tried visiting, but even the most indefatigable kin gives up eventually when given no encouragement. No one had a good reason to keep in touch with Tharbad Hulzik, and in time, very few even tried. His sister-in-law sent the occasional letter with news of people he could barely remember, but even that communication was rare. Most of the messages to and from his house dealt with his business, writing the weekly proclamation from the Temple of Arial. These were bulletins nailed to the temple door, community news, sermons, that sort of thing. The first message Gorgos brought him that day was from his healer, reminding him of his appointment on Turdus. Tharbod took a while to write his response, glum and affirmative. He had the Crimson Plague, which he was being treated for at considerable expense. You have to remember, these were the days before the School of Restoration had become quite so specialized. It was a dreadful disease and had taken away his voice box. That was why he only communicated by script. The next message was from Alfiers, the secretary at the church, as curt and noxious as ever. Thurbad attached his Sunday's sermon, next week's events calendars, and the obituaries. Tried to liven them up a little. I wasn't happy with your last attempt. Thurbad had taken the job putting together the bulletin before Alfiers joined the temple, so his only mental image of her was purely theoretical and had evolved over time. At first he thought of Alfiers as an ugly fat slotus covered with warts, and more recently she had mutated into a rail-thin spinster Orcus. Of course it was possible his clairvoyance was accurate and she had just lost weight. Whatever Alfiers looked like, her attitude towards Tharbad was clear, unwavering disdain. She hated his sense of humor, always found the most minor of misspellings, and considered his structure and calligraphy the worst kind of amateur work. Luckily, working for the temple was the next most secure job to working for the good king of Alinor. It didn't bring in very much money, but his expenses were minimal. The truth was, he didn't need to do it anymore. He had quite a fortune stashed away, but he didn't have anything else to occupy his days. And the truth was further that having little else to occupy his time and thoughts, the bulletin was very important to him. Gorgos, having delivered all the messages, began to clean, and as he did so, he told Tharbad all the news in town. The boy always did so, and Tharbad seldom paid him any attention, but this time he had an interesting report. The Mages Guild had come to Alinor. So Tharbad listened intently. Gorgos told him about all the guild, the remarkable archmagister, and the incredible tools of alchemy and enchanting. Finally, when the lad had finished, Tharbad scribbled a quick note and handed it and a quill to Gorgos. The note read, "Have them enchant this quill. It will be expensive," said Gorgos. Tharbad gave Gorgos a sizable chunk of the thousands of gold pieces he had saved over the years and sent him out the door. Now Tharbad decided he would finally have the ability to impress Alfiers and bring glory to the Temple of Ariel. The way I had heard the story, Gorgos had thought about taking the gold and leaving Alinor, but he had come to care for the poor old Tharbad. And even more, he hated Alfiers, who he had to see every day to get his messages for his master. It wasn't perhaps the best of motivations, but Gorgos decided to go with the guild and get the quill. Go to the guild and get the quill enchanted. The Mages Guild was not then, especially not then, an elitist institution, as I have said. But when the messenger boy came in and asked to use the item maker, he was greeted with some suspicion. When he showed the bag of gold, the attitude melted, and he was ushered in the room. Now, I haven't seen one of the enchanting tools of old, so you must use your imagination. There was a large prism for the item to be bound with magicka, assuredly, and an assortment of soul gems and globes of trapped energies. Other than that, I cannot be certain how it looked or how it worked. Because of all the gold he gave to the guild, Gorgos could infuse the quill with the highest price soul available, which was something Daedric called Felfoken. The initiate at the guild, being ignorant as most guild members were at the time, did not know very much about the spirit except that it was filled with energy. When Gorgos left the room, the quill had been enchanted to its very limit and then some. It was virtually quivering with power. Of course, when Tharbad used it, that's when it became clear how over his head he was. "And now," said the great sage, "it's time for your test." "But what happened? What were the quill's powers?" cried Taxon. "You can't stop the tale there," objected Volgoldak. "We will continue the tale after your conjuration test, provided you perform exceptionally well," said the great sage. "Okay, that's interesting." An enchanted quill, eh? Wonder if I have Felfoken. Or Feyfoken, not Felfoken. Just volume 1. Interesting. So it is 7:42. Do a little more cooking. I might see if I can put that fish in the yeah, rebalance the food with the survival mode improved mod I installed. The next survival mode mod I plan to use, though, is Sunhelm, which overhauls all this, and it does a better job, I think, ultimately. Alright, so I need to use a large tank. Do I have any room? I don't think I do. These are all filled up. I'd rather put like actual good fish on these fish plaques. Slaughter fish, that kind of thing. Alright. Alright, I actually want to see if I can research something. Do I have it? Nope. Never mind. Let's do deep storage. I actually want to research what archetypes these are and just make a mental note of what they are for later. But things I don't need to do any more research. Spell research is pretty much maxed out for me. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Analyze the spell. Let's see what this one does. Magical constructs, expert, find, forget, alteration, self-targeting, controlling, summoning. Interesting. Now, let's see what, sure this is like a whole bunch of different things. Fire, forget, destruction, fire, magical force, aimed area of effect. Okay. Let's see if we can do something. So magical force, that's interesting. I wonder if there's any expert level. I don't even know elemental blast stuff. I haven't looked at Feralda's inventory in a while. So aimed. Let's just grab all the expert level stuff. Okay. Let's see. So again, we have fire and forget, expert destruction. I'm gonna see if I can just write. I'm just gonna craft some theses. I'll need destruction. I'm just gonna do fire and forget, and where's magical force? That's 3. That's gonna be 6 hours. Let's get rid of fire and forget. 4 hours from now. You know what? I'm just gonna do destruction. Okay. Because I really don't want to mess around. Let's do 8 hours and see where we're at. Should have restored all my stuff. Probably going to be slowly creating more and more theses as I go along. Keep it to a minimum. Yeah. No mental fatigue. Alright. I'm going to get... Just throw some things. For now. I'll keep that out. I'll put all this stuff away. I already have that. Yeah, I'm a Thane, but my house Carl for this place died. I think she got in my way or something. We're gonna fight just outside. I don't even have a carriage rider, do I? Nope. Not here. Yep, looks like I'm heading to Markarth the hard way. Okay. So here's the thing. Yeah, we'll just head up that way. Don't know why you're guarding this place. They're all dead. Alright. So I'm gonna head this way. Yeah. Save it. So you never know what's gonna happen around the corner. I think after this one, I think this is the last one. The last element trial I have to do. I don't know. If it is, and I gotta return to Feralda, I'll just head to Markarth and take the carriage to Winterhold from there. There's a bear again. I swear I've killed that bear like 50 times. Excuse me. Alright. It's behind Red Eagle Redoubt. This is gonna be fun. Alright, we'll figure it out. I might have to just go werewolf out and go just run my way through Red Eagle Redoubt, killing everything in sight as a bloodthirsty werewolf. Okay. Yeah, so I think I have to head up Old Heraldra into Sojourn's Sinkhole. Looks like. So far, so good. Sorjan sinkhole? I don't remember. Yeah, up here. Might be a crazy animal up here, though. Yeah. Am I early? No one's awake. Yeah, that's not it. Alright. I think I gotta go up around. There's still some Creation Club stuff I haven't done yet. I've done most of it. Like 90% of it. Is he still following me? Yep. It's probably an easier way to get to this thing, but... Let's see. Four Skull Lookout. Oh, you want to go?
Not impressed.
Didn't think so, sir. Well, if I'm gonna do this, might as well have some fun. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't really mean to do that either, somehow. Where is he? They killed him, right?
Is someone there?
Now you're mine. Time to end this.
Oh, you want to go? Alright. Ooh, a warlord. I wonder what she has. Nothing. There's probably some things in here. Ooh, he did the kill move. Alright, we're here. Okay. Now I gotta hit it with lightning. Oh, I gotta spend 8 hours studying that. Interesting. So I finished that quest. Interesting. So what was... Yeah. I guess that's my next thing to do, which is all the way over here. Okay.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Okay. Cool. We're not going to use it though for now. Well, with that, I have mastered all 5 elements. I'm going to continue the Mage's College quest line, or the College of Winterhold quest line, which is the Mage's College. And from there, I don't know, maybe jump into the Civil War quest line, and then there's some post College of Winterhold quest line stuff as well. I think Hermaeus Mora pops up. Wait, that's going to be the main quest line, sorry. And then, well, there's going to be the Arniel Gaines little pet project. Doesn't complete until after the main College of Winterhold quest line is done. So I'll be doing that. Yeah, so fun times. Alright. But for now, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Have a